All right, let's just jump right in. We're going to talk about something that, well, it might sound a little out there at first, but I have a feeling that for a lot of you, this is going to hit really, really close to home. We're talking about the gift of the emotional Wi-Fi router.
You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room, maybe it's a meeting at work, or you're just joining some friends. And boom, before anyone even says a word, you just know something's off. You can feel it, that tension, that sadness, whatever it is, just hanging in the air.
Yeah, if you're nodding along right now, this one's for you. We're diving deep into that unique and, let's be real, super exhausting gift of just sensing that shift in the air. It's an incredible ability for sure, but man, it can also leave you feeling completely drained without even knowing why.
So to really wrap our heads around this, we're going to use this amazing metaphor that it perfectly captures the whole experience. Let's call it the emotional Wi-Fi router.
So what in the world is an emotional Wi-Fi router? Okay, think about it like this. Your phone is always scanning for Wi-Fi signals, right? It just connects automatically. Well, your brain can be kind of like that. It's constantly scanning and downloading all the emotional data from the people around you. You're just picking up on their stress, their anxiety, their joy, all of it. And a lot of the time, you don't even realize it's happening.
And this download, it seems to happen in this really simple but crazy powerful three-step dance. First, you sense that raw emotional data floating around. Then, your brain, without you even asking it to, just downloads and processes all of it. And then, bam, the third step. You start to feel that stress or that emotion right in your own body, as if it was yours to begin with.
But here's the thing. This isn't just some cool metaphor. There is actual, real science going on behind the scenes here. We're talking about your brain, and for some of us, it's like our brains are running on steroids.
That's right. That whole feeling of just knowing, sensing the entire vibe of a room the second you walk in, that's not magic, and it's definitely not you just being too sensitive or dramatic. Nope, it is pure fascinating neuroscience.
And it all kind of boils down to this one specific type of brain cell. They're called mirror neurons, and these things are absolutely incredible. They fire up when you do something, sure, but here's the wild part. They also fire up when you just watch someone else do that exact same thing. They're basically the foundation of empathy. They let us literally mirror and feel what other people are feeling.
And this is where we see the big difference. For most people, mirror neurons give you a good baseline for empathy, to understand people. But for anyone with this gift, it's like your mirror neurons are on steroids. And this leads to what scientists call high perceptual sensitivity. It means you don't just understand what someone is feeling, you feel it deeply, as if it's your own emotion.
Okay, so it's exhausting, and it's because of these hyperactive brain cells. I know that might not sound like great news, but what if we've been looking at this whole thing completely backwards? I think it's time we reframe this entire experience.
And I want you to really, really think about this. What if this thing that feels so draining, this sensitivity that sometimes just feels like a huge burden, what if it isn't a flaw at all?
Using tech speak, what if it's a feature, not a bug?
This isn't some kind of weakness. It's what you could call evolutionary brilliance.
So why is it brilliant? Well, because for thousands and thousands of years, this was a critical survival skill. This trait is a massive ancestral advantage. Think about it. It's the ability to sense danger long before it's obvious. It's that gut feeling that tells you when you can't trust someone. It's basically the original human lie detector. This is the stuff that kept our ancestors alive. So here's the big takeaway from all this. That sensitivity you have, the very thing that makes you an emotional Wi-Fi router, it is not a burden. No, it's a finely tuned instrument, a highly calibrated tool. It's what lets you see and understand the world with a kind of depth and nuance that, honestly, most people just miss entirely. It's a tool for connection, for insight, and for your own protection.
So let's just be crystal clear here. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It's a superpower, literally forged by evolution. And that leaves us with just one question, really. How are you going to use it?